Hi, I'm Bet from Bet's Makes, and today's lesson is all about grouping and attaching and what the difference is. And we're going to play with a couple of shapes and ideas so that you get a better understanding of what the difference really makes, especially when you go to put something out to a mat and it just isn't working the way you think it should. So let's get going by opening up Cricut Design Space and starting a new project. So in Design Space, I've just added 3 circles and kept them the same color. I added an envelope shape, which is just a rectangle, and some text for doing the address on an envelope. And I'm going to show you why grouping and then attaching really makes a difference. On our envelope, for an example, you want to put a return address, and perhaps you want your Cricut to write the address of somebody that's here. But if I click on the text that I put in the center, it's all set to cut. I could set it to draw, but if I didn't, it would cut a hole in the envelope. So the first thing I want to do is let's take this Pleasanton address. Let's change the color a little bit. I'm going to have it draw in green, but you'll notice that it will change color once I click on draw, and that's under line type. You'll notice that it's going to draw on the outside. No big deal. Now I can group the envelope and the text together to make sure that when I'm moving it around the screen, nothing is going to happen. But if I don't attach it, I want to show you what's going to happen. Let's click on Make It. You'll see that I get the address on one sheet and I get the envelope on another one. So that's not exactly what you want to do. So let's just cancel out of here. Both of them are still selected. Now this time if I attach it and I click on Make It, don't worry about my circles, you'll see that the address stays with the envelope. Even though I had grouped it on the screen, it didn't mean that Cricut understood that you really wanted them to stay together. It wanted to cut them separately because it figures you made a design and we're just stacking things. And that's exactly what would go wrong with it. So let's cancel this one. We know how to do it with this one. Now let's take a look at the circles. Now if I push the circles this way, and I knew that's exactly the way I wanted it, if I group them and then attached them, look what happens when I go to attach. Let's go to Make It. You'll see that it'll cut the outline around, but it'll also come back and cut these extra shapes. So unless that's what you want it to do, you have to be careful when you're using attach. So let's go back. Let's unattach, let's detach these. You know you want to keep them in a certain order, or if you wanted them to stay this way, but you didn't want the areas to be cut, what you have to do in that case, even though things are grouped together, is come down here and weld them together, and now they're one shape and it'll cut only around the outside. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson, the difference between grouping and attaching and what it means when it comes to different shapes. So until next time, happy crafting.